Hey everyone, today I'm doing a makeup tutorial using Mary's palette. So Mary is one of my customers and she wanted me to do this for her. If you bought makeup from me, I'd be happy to do it for you as well. We're gonna start with the eyes. So we have Sabrina and Valencia eyeshadow. I know you have a friend that gave you some more colors also, but I don't know what they are, so I'm just gonna use what I know. And I'm gonna use this eyeshadow brush. I don't think you have this, but I'm going to dip the larger fluffy end in the Valencia. And these colors are both light. I'm just actually gonna go all over. I already have my eyeliner and mascara on. So I'm gonna go over both eyes. And then I'm gonna dip this end in Sabrina, and I'm gonna go in the inner corner around the tear duct and just sort of blend it into the inner third of my eye. And just for fun, I'm gonna take a little bit right underneath. And then since both of those colors are pretty light, I want to add a little bit of drama, and you have heat waves in your palette. I'll use my finger on one side and brush on the other. And I'm just going to put that in the outer corner. And then on this side, I'll use the brush. And that'll just give it a little more pop for fall. So the first way is a very good natural look, and then this is gonna add a little pop. And I'm gonna go in with this in the heat waves and just draw underneath my eye. And that'll be my eyeliner for underneath. So that's my eyeshadow look. You have Frenchie, so I'm going to tap my finger into it and pat it underneath my eye. And do this when you have dark circles. If you don't have dark circles every day, you don't need to use it every day. Also, if you ever wake up deathly pale, this will give you a little color. You can even put it on all over, just a very light coat, and then go and put your makeup on. So that will help correct dark circles. Make sure to get that inner corner right there. And then we'll go on to foundation. So you have three colors. You have sandy, amber, and white peach. And I think you're using sandy full on for summertime. If you're starting to get lighter as you lose your tan, you can mix sandy with amber. And then if you get lighter still, you can mix it with white peach. So I'm just gonna put a couple dots of sandy all over. And pretty much not putting too much on the middle of my face because I'm going to use my lighter color there. So in summer, you would use sandy all over, and amber would be your brightening shade. Just kind of doing a blend right now, assuming you're gonna lose your tan. And now I'm gonna just add a couple dots of amber all around that too. And as we get into winter, if that is starting to look dark, you can go all the way to amber, or use any combination of these to get the right color. I'm gonna use the white peach as the brightening shade. So inner corner. And if you're using full on sandy, use your amber as your brightening shade. And if anybody ever feels that they're seeing too much texture with the lighter brightening shade, it's probably a little bit too light. So you could add a darker shade in or just shade up. So I'm putting that in the middle of my face, upside down triangle, or sort of a little burst here in the middle of my forehead, bridge of the nose, under the nose, chin, and its inner and outer corner of eyes, halfway down the nose. Let's blend that in. So you have a couple different brushes. I'm gonna go with your 3D brush and just pat all of that in. I'll save eyes for last. I'm gonna flip it and use this end to blend in the inner corner and under the eyes. And now you have Astoria contour. So first I'm gonna put that in my brows. I don't think you have this brush, but hopefully you have some brow brush. I can't do this with my fingers. So I'm gonna dip that in to the small end and just fill in my brows here. And I already had mine filled in with a lighter color before we started. So just adding a little bit of this so you can see it. And then with the spoolie end, just brush through. And then we'll use this for contour. So you can use your fingers, you can use your brush. I'll do one on one side. I'm just gonna slide that color right under my cheekbone, and I'm pretty much blending it as I go. And these colors are so versatile. I use a lighter color, but this one's working just fine on me. The creams are so nice. And I'm gonna take that under my jaw, top of the forehead. And again, kind of giving us, I'm starting to blend as I put it on with my fingers. If I use the brush, you have the detail brush, I'm just going to put one edge in the brush and pat that right under the cheekbone. Same thing, go under the jaw and top of the hairline. I don't think you contour your nose. And let me even that up. And then blend that in. I'll blend with this brush. So I'm just sort of patting in an upward motion. And any excess on my brush, I'm just gonna go down my neck. On the hairline, you wanna go up into the hairline and just make sure you don't have a real visible line on the forehead here. Okay, so that's pretty much our highlights, our contour, our eyes. You have Heat Waves bronzer. And I'm gonna take this brush and bronzer brush, blush and bronzer blush. Oh my God, I can't say it. Blush and bronzer brush. Gonna take the fluffy end and just squeeze it a little bit so it fits right on that Heat Waves. A little tap here. This also makes a nice blush. So for bronzer, I'm just gonna start on my cheekbone and I'm just patting. You can see you don't need a lot of color. And I'm gonna go up around the temples and down to the jaw. So I'll put a little bit more here. And that's just gonna give you a nice warm glow. And you can use this even in the winter because we get really pale in winter, and this will really warm up your skin. And like I said, it makes a nice blush too. You can use it as a blush. And we already used it as an eyeshadow, so it's really versatile. A little bit on the bridge of the nose. And I don't really even need to blend that because I blended it as I was putting it in. And you have sandstone, so I'm gonna use the smaller end of this and just a little pat there. And I'm going near the top of my cheekbone up high, pat it on, and then blend it in just by patting all around that area. Kind of trying to hug the bone, like where you see your cheekbone standing out, you want to kind of color that. And I'm not really going past the middle of my eye. I'm not even going out that far, just trying to keep it high. but it depends on your face. So some people that have more of a rounder face, they're gonna do it a little bit differently, but I think this way is gonna work for you. Then a little bit of illuminator. On that detail brush, you have the other end here. I'm gonna go into the rose gold, just go right on the top high part of that cheekbone for a little glow. You can also put that in the Cupid's bow. I like it here. Some people like this right under the brow. You can try that and see how you feel about it. And then I'm just gonna make sure that's blended. Lastly, lips. So you have the multitasker brush, and we're gonna use sandstone. You could also use that Frenchie for a very natural blush, but I chose sandstone. Sandstone makes a great lip color. And then if you wanted to lighten that up a bit or to make your lower lip look a little more pouty, you can go into the rose gold, put that right in the middle. And then if you like that color, you can take that all over to make a whole different color. And there you are. It's so simple and easy. If you want, you can also put a little of that rose gold on your neck and collarbones. Illuminators really look nice here. And of course we have to smooth it out and make sure nothing's sitting in our lines. So I have my sponge. So you can have this barely damp with water, or I like my favorite Hangover 3-in-1 spray. So I just sprayed a little bit on here, barely damp. And I'm gonna kind of hold the skin back and roll this all over my face just to make sure all the makeup is smooth and even, and that I don't have any stuck in my lines or my pores. So it's a good idea to look at a magnifying mirror when you do this. I'm lifting my forehead to get in that little forehead wrinkle there. And that's the last step. Have a great day. I hope this helps Mary. And if any of you want me to do a tutorial based on your palette, let me know. I would be happy to do that. Bye-bye.